before we could say bam. Shiro wa Auckland called Prophet Peter K to ask him about the allegations laid against him. Mind you, the prophet was totally unaware that the call was live, so he spoke without a care. He spoke carelessly, and it made us further question his integrity. We must take a step of faith. A step of the words coming out of his mouth, the intonation he used. Jesus. We were completely shocked. Yani, the allegations laid against him by Pastor Ben gave us a heart attack. On this call with Shiro of Auckland, the words he used took us to ICU direct. We couldn't take it anymore. All the respect we had for this guy just continued to deteriorate. There's this saying that whoever the gods want to destroy first, they make mad. And it seems that this was the case with Prophet Peter K. So careless in his words. My dears, I thought that wisdom and integrity are bestowed upon those that are called and anointed by God. How can you claim to be the chosen one of God, called to preach the gospel of God, called to claim souls for the heavens, yet when you open up your mouth to speak, heavens laugh at your calling? Yes, we understand that probably he was taken unawares. We understand that probably he was in shock and anger. Probably it was in the heat of the moment. But then, as a person that is gifted with the gifts of the Holy Spirit, how could he have not known that he's in the middle of a battle and put on the full armor of God. My dears, hii mambo ya put on the full armor of God on Sundays peke yake, asubuhi tutaacha, because see how this self-proclaimed prophet embarrassed himself. I'm sure had he known, he would have chosen his words wisely. But then, whom the gods want to destroy, they first make mad. You know, you know. Just before we could comprehend how this prophet had embarrassed himself, another hot tea right from the cow's dairies was served. Now this one, hii ndio ilimake tususu kwa bed, because it was too much tea. It's as if they didn't know when to stop serving this thing. A man, a 19-year-old man, came with the same story of how Prophet Peter K had allegedly spiked his drink and sodomized him. So for him, he knew Prophet Peter K right from Nakuru County, where they are born and raised. He used to be his chauffeur when Prophet Peter K visited Nakuru for his ministries. This 19-year-old would chauffeur him around in his tuk-tuk. Apparently, our prophet paid very well for these services, because he would also take him to local drinking bars after ministry. This is sad. This is a sad story, my guys. Now, on this fateful day, Prophet Peter K invited this 19-year-old for drinks around a popular place known as White House in Nakuru. Apparently, James had lost his tuk-tuk and was job hunting, and our prophet had promised him to help him secure a job, and so he was to bring him his certificate at the White House building at a local bar. Upon arrival at this place, the prophet took out some money and sent James to go get 2 drinks from the bar, County and Red Label, he said. I think so. So he got those drinks, and they came from a car that they were in before and headed into a van. This was where first James accounts that he saw a Mokorino, a turban guy, remove the turban on his head. He pocketed it, took out a cigarette na akawasha. Yani Mokorino alitoa kidukulu ama ni fegi? Sijui, sina idea what's the difference between the two. Yeah, but alitoa a cigarette, lit it, and started smoking. This should have been red flags. But then he says that he knew Prophet Peter K to be a pastor who drank and was not amazed that he kept such friends. This 19-year-old James describes the same van that Pastor Ben Gitao had described. At the back of the van, there were no chairs but mattresses. So upon asking whom this van belonged to, the old prophet or these prophets said that it belonged to a mechanic friend, and they used it as a hiding place because he wouldn't want his followers to see him drinking. So when they got into this van, our prophet gave 19-year-old James 1,000 shillings, claiming that it was his fare back home. So you men, so you guys, mnapewa fare huku nje na wanaume wenzenu, and you are comfortable taking the fare. The 1,000 shillings, it's your fare back. What did you think that it would cost you? Ama I raise any red flags? Cheap is very expensive. Cheap is very expensive, guys. So, upon being given the 1,000 shillings, the prophet claimed that he wouldn't stay for long since he was headed into fornication afterwards. Okay, so he drinks, he does crazy things, and he would still head for Akesha. Anyways, God. So when I say that I'm traumatized by this story, like guys, please believe me. But it happened and it has to be told. So while they were taking the shots of the drinks that he had come with, our 19-year-old started feeling dizzy, and he's not aware of the time that he totally went on a blackout. Afterwards, he was woken up by severe pains, and upon looking back, the prophet was on top of him doing the deed. He says that he did not have the energy to fight back, but he was able to insult him. I don't know what the insults would achieve to a person who apparently doesn't have a consciousness. So insulting him is nothing. But he insulted him and he left. In the morning, when he gained some energy, he was able to get out of the van, and a soldier informed him that he had soiled his clothes. Alikuwa amejiharia. Are you not supposed to feel the smell? Anyways, sijui ama alifikiria ni pombe inanuka, or the whole place was just smelly. I don't know. But yes, that is what had happened to these two guys.
Ona prison ndani ya korona muteo 17th akija kingiriza toka na kilimu wanja president nyamu yako is 17k adora nero ile hau now akiuga prophet Peter K ndaina nilio kugikemaka ndabire ko haro hau instant ndinaro to de guilty da haro ni tware kanire no wa finish ni ndathira ndakua if I will not die today nire kehoro no mutumie tawata wa okra she's known. She's known. She's a content creator. akihurira akijira Ngai na ndiramenya hindi arahurira eriera-ini prophet hey muthenya wako wakinya wakwandikwo riu niĩ ngĩkĩaria hau akĩnjĩra no menye wĩyonea so I had to exit